Hi, Zizaran here with a quick update. Just talking a little bit about ballista totems and more importantly, a little bit about my practice runs. A lot of people think EA is going to be like a trash starter. There's even been streamers saying it's been the biggest bait of all time. Now, two of the streamers that said they were just joking. They were just baiting reactions from people. And there's been some comments of like how the damage is misrepresented. It's not. We've double checked and we are always going to be hitting 20 fuses. One of the guys that posted a big math piece for how the damage is done, not how it works. We are calculating it correctly. So just want to like alleviate fears there. And I've been doing some practice runs. So I've actually practiced on the champion just to see how the early leveling and how early EA would be. And that was without the new thing that's replacing Wind Dancer here, which obviously we are going to be using in the start for 40% more damage. And even without that, it was pretty good. What I'm going to do, instead of uploading like the 2 and 4 hour run to YouTube, I'm going to just we're gonna highlight the Twitch VODs, which they're pretty long obviously, so you can like skip through and watch me level this free buff, just see what it was like. On the champion, I think I leveled till, when did I stop? I stopped at 37 because I wanted to see the early leveling. Endgame obviously should be fine, especially with the 40% more damage buff, because people were already playing this build in 3.16. And then the Hierophant is all the way up to 49, because I wanted to check. First, I was going to check how does it feel swapping at level 55, because obviously I know Armor Brand is very strong all the way to maps and then starts falling off on damage. So I was like, well, how will it be? Should I swap early? And then I tried swapping at 28 before lab and before even taking the Ancestral Bond. Don't do that. But once you have Ancestral Bond on lab, it was a pretty good swap because I didn't want to swap to Armageddon Brand for 5 levels and then swap to EA. So, because you do lose a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of time to actually remake the build and sockets and stuff. So I tried swapping straight at 28 and it wasn't that bad. Piety was a little slow. And then after Piety, I did lab, so a pretty early lab, and lab was okay. Obviously, you really want to swap in faster attacks with the LMP or GMP just for bosses. And that made a very big difference. I can show you my gear right now. This is my amazing bow. This is actually very important. The number one thing you want is high attack speed on your bow. White, one res and cold damage to attacks, but we have that from Quiver as well. This is done from the High Respite recipe, which is a Chance Orb, a Onyx, rare Onyx Amulet, and a Sharktooth Arrow Quiver, and a 1% quality or more Rain of Arrows. And that gives you a High Respite, which also has cold damage to attacks, which you need for Elemental Equilibrium. And you really want to make sure, if you see here at the top, with this 27 to 50 cold damage, this should never say fire damage. Until you take Elemental Equilibrium, it can say fire damage. So I was leveling with Herald of Ash and some fire damage stuff in start, just to see how that was. I'd rather have Skater Boss than Herald of Ash anyway. This is my helmet, this is my chest, this is my belt, and just movement speed with crafted res boots. So that's my gear. It's been amazing. I have not over leveled a lot. I usually would over level a Chamber of Incense to 45 or 48. I think I left at 41. And yeah, it's been great. It's been great so far. I'm starting to get accuracy issues, which I'm going to early on patch up with an Ice Golem. But precision is starting to lag behind a little bit. Although I think we have a new precision mastery or accuracy mastery coming in the league that'll help. So far, yeah, it's been amazing. And we are obviously getting a 40% more damage boost because currently the Ignite Fuse buff only applies to hits, and it will apply to Ignite in the next patch. That's like the huge buff and why everybody's so excited about these. So very solid. I've done Cruel Lab already. I did that at level 48, 7 levels under on hardcore, and it was very easy. Very, very easy, 7 levels under level. I just wanted to see how strong this was, and it's insane. I haven't even bothered swapping out of greater multiple projectiles for bosses now. I will for like the act bosses. I'll just run around and kill a few things while talking now, but honestly, I would say click on the Twitch VOD and look at that, and It's pretty great. I don't even have an onslaught potion yet. I can't wait to get one. I can't wait to get one. But either way, been a very, very enjoyable start. So I'm either doing this or champion as my starter. Haven't fully decided yet. I think I might have to be Hierophant. But then if the boss is really hard, I might die. Because obviously I'm going to hopefully get there in one session. It's going to be my goal. It is hard. It's a hard choice. I basically am waiting to watch the data mine damage numbers of the boss. To see if it has like crazy hit damage. To get an idea of if I should play Hero or champion. Both are really good choices, but I might be forced to play Hero for the race. A lot of people have been asking about Elementalist as well. Crouching Tuna has an amazing Elementalist guide, and for a lot of people, this is going to be better. It's got more damage, but it has a lot less tank. And I'm a little bit worried about, especially players that aren't very comfortable with, like, you know, the game in general, with like mobility, not getting hit by things. We'll probably die a lot more on that. The champion, you can just face tank fucking everything. You have Fortify, you get 100% spell suppression, and what's going to kill you? So that's really, really strong. And the Hierophant gets also more tank plus regen. Elementalist obviously not really known for being super tanky. Now, that being said, there's nothing wrong with you have paid for 6 portals and you're going to use them. You can absolutely have that approach, but make sure you like be careful when you're deciding. Either way, they all should be very, very solid builds, which no matter which one you end up with. And I absolutely recommend Crouching Tuna is a really good build creator too, so it's hard to go wrong there. Either way. So check those out and try to decide what you want. I'm currently leaning towards Hierophant. I'll show you a little bit just right now. Again, I do recommend watching through the VOD. You'll see it was pretty slow with 3 totems on Piety. And then you'll see around level 35, I feel like Home was where it like really popped off. Once I killed Home in Act 4, I was like, wow, actually decent already. And obviously using Frenzy for Frenzy charges is very, very important. But yeah, I mean, you can see the damage. It speaks for itself. I've shown you my gear. It's up to you if you feel like that is good or bad. I am also not Ignite yet. I have like 55% chance Ignite. So once we get 100% Ignite, it's going to be very spicy. But just figured I'd make like a video and also showing it a little bit more being played. Obviously, when I recorded the video, I've not played this build before. So it's like not something I can really show like, here's Maven with Explosive Arrow. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed that. So again, for how to play the build, just slap down your totems and hit it with Frenzy while moving. Easy, dude. Oh, and another thing, KobeBlackMamba also has a really good video on his YouTube channel, like sort of breaking down people's fears about Explosive Arrow and sort of countering them with logic. Great, really good video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. Enjoy EA at League Start, along with everybody else. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.